Eh, what's up, Doc?
Hello, Lupus Warriors. I'm Susie Eaglesflight from Lupus South Africa and Andrea's Gift. Welcome to Lupus Tips. Today we are going to speak about how lupus affects your skin. So let's get into it. Lupus can affect your skin in different ways. It can be cutaneous lupus, which is the skin lupus that attack the skin. And it can also be part of systemic lupus that attacks the skin. The most common skin manifestations are: number one, photosensitivity. That's when you get rashes and blisters when you get in contact with the sun. Number two, discoid lupus. The skin forms a disc-shaped lesion that is on the neck, face, scalp, hands, feet, arms, and legs. They're often small and red, but they can get larger in time, and then they might leave scars. A scar or lesion on the scalp leads to permanent hair loss, which is called alopecia. Number three, the Malar rash, or otherwise known as a butterfly rash. It's over the nose to the sides of the cheek and is usually the first symptom that indicates discoid lupus or systemic lupus. I have found that there are patients who have it on the forehead or even below on the bottom of the chin. It happens. It's rare, but it happens. Number four, subacute cutaneous lupus. The scar is almost a circle form all over the body, arms, forehead, legs, torso, and on the feet and hands. Lupus profundus is a form of discoid lupus. It's inflammation of the subdermal skin and fat, penelicus, and it leaves a scar, and it is very painful. Lupus timidus, a photosensitive condition, occurs in isolation and not necessarily with systemic lupus. These lesions go away on their own in time. Alopecia, we've already covered scarring alopecia as part of discoid lupus. This alopecia starts as a symptom of systemic lupus, and it's patch hair loss, and it can be temporary but also permanently, and it's scarring in the hair follicle itself. Chilblain lupus is characterized by red, purple, papular lesions. They're usually on the fingers and toes during cold season, and lesions may be associated with pain and burning. Remember, people with SLE also get RAYNAUD'S and vasculitis. RAYNAUD'S is the turning of white and purple in the toes and the hands, and due to blood constrictions. And then you'll also get vasculitis, which is inflammation in the blood vessels, and then the blood is also restricted and usually is treated with vascular medication. So treatment, photosensitivity is usually treated with cortisone and antihistamines once it happens, but protect yourself with SPF 50 sunscreen and use hats and clothing, because staying in the sun can cause a flare in your systemic lupus. Okay. Discoid lupus. Discoid lupus is usually treated with hydrocortisone ointment and antihistamines as first therapy and OTC. If that does not improve, it's suggested you see a dermatologist. Scarring alopecia is usually treated with cortisone ointment and antihistamines, but immediately ask your doctor to treat. That's going to be either with oral or intravenous steroids. Okay. The Malar is usually first treatment OTC with antihistamines and called hydrocortisone ointment. But if it does not improve, it's usually the reason for it not improving means that your lupus is flaring. And once your lupus is under control, the butterfly rash will also get under control. Subacute cutaneous lupus is also usually treated with hydrocortisone, OTC, and antihistamine. But then also the doctor also treats it with more specialized and stronger creams, and then oral steroids. Then we get lupus profundus. That's usually treated with antimalarials like hydroxychloroquine, Novaquin, plasmaquine, all those. Lupus timidus is usually treated with steroids. And the normal regular alopecia that comes with systemic lupus is usually very important to start treatment with it. It's usually cortisone, oral and intravenous. Chilblain lupus is also treated with oral steroids and vascular medication to stop the restriction of the blood flow. But OTC you can treat it with, keep the feet warm, moisturize, keep walking, so everything that improves about blood flow. And then vitamin B3, it's niacin, and it's not an vitamin B that boosts the immune system. It just improves the blood flow to your peripherals. Lupus-specific lesions like RAYNAUD'S, that is also usually treated with keeping them warm with vitamin B3, niacin. It's also called Nicotinamide that you can buy over the counter, and it's very cheap. Vasculitis is also usually treated with corticosteroids, and then in some cases, doctors use Viagra or any other vasodilator. Just a warning, Raynaud's and vasculitis can lead to death of tissue. So it's very important, if you experience it, go to your doctor immediately. If you like this tip, please click the like button below. Follow us Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Andrea's Gift, Tweens and Teens, Susie Eagles Flight, and Lupus South Africa. Thank you for listening, and please check our Instagrams and TikToks for the monthly lupus tips. Remember, giving up is not an option. Bye.
Folks.